I'm Ada Fung I'm going to present to you Hong Kong China chapters reports today as at February 2024. The last time we did it is more than 2 years ago in December 2021. I'm the chairperson of Hong Kong chapter of buildingSMART and president of the Hong Kong Alliance of Built Asset and Environment Information Management Associations. I am the former chairperson of Committee on BIM for the Hong Kong Construction Industry Council, and I'm former deputy of housing. Now, start with myself. I'm an architect by profession, and I've been working for the Housing Authority for more than 33 years until I retired in 2017. And we have been providing around 45% of the population for Hong Kong in our projects. And in quest for integrating BIM and GIS for the planning and design of public housing, I was first introduced to the use of IFC by Jack Dangerman of Esri in 2010. So coming back to Hong Kong, we do some research and we've done it and it worked with IFC. So this is the first taste of success of using IFC back in around the early 2010 to 2012. So coming back to our chapter, we are now 4 years old, established since 2019. This is our board of directors, and we have committees working together as well. And we are all volunteers. We have no paid staff. So this is the outline of my presentation today, or tonight, with update on BIM and Open BIM in Hong Kong. Second, about training and education. Third, our membership and collaboration. And fourth, the buildingSMART activities, awards, and the way forward. Our BIM story is quite unique, and we are a late starter in Open BIM. We are just 4 years old, still a kindergarten kid, so we need to learn a lot from other more mature chapters in the world. And do you know where we are and who we are? Hong Kong is just a tiny dot on planet Earth. Population 7.5 million. Our land is around 1,100 square kilometers. Only 25% are built-up areas, and the others are hills, country parks, so on and so forth. And we are high-rise, high-density, compact city in subtropical climates at the shore of the South China Sea. And government has a target to decarbonize before the year 2050, and we need trusted information and trusted data to achieve this. And we are very close to nature. Within around half an hour's time, you can be in easy reach of the trail walks, mountains, or the beaches. So this is the advantage of compact city. So I'll give you an update of BIM, Open BIM in Hong Kong. And by the way, we'll use the term Hong Kong China for the chapter to align it with the Apex terminology. So we appreciate if we can update the logo in future. And Hong Kong is the special administrative region of the People's Republic of China. So it's Hong Kong, China. First, I must talk about BIM with CIC as a center of excellence in coordination of BIM in Hong Kong. That includes the application of BIM, digital construction, and the related technologies in the construction industry that we call generally BIM. We serve as a hub and solution hub to provide support in 5 key areas. First is BIM adoption, and second is training, standards, setting standards and guidelines, and offering certification and accreditation of the training courses, and then also R&D and funding support. And if you take the timeline or history of BIM in Hong Kong, now back in the early new millennium, BIM has been practiced, or we call it BDC in those days, by some private practitioners and also housing authority. That includes David's practice as well. And David is our Hong Kong's BSI committee's chair to coordinate the BIM work on Open BIM. And when CIC established the BIM task force in 2012, seeing more practitioners in Hong Kong using BIM, I was the chair of this task force because of the work in housing authorities is relatively more advanced than other organizations. And then we published the roadmap for BIM implementation in Hong Kong in 2014 in a year. And 2015 published the BIM standards phase 1. So this is how we got started to organize ourselves in a more structured manner. And then in 2017, the task force has been elevated to the level of a committee on BIM with more than 40 members. So I'm the chair of this committee on BIM since then. And I've graduated after serving 6 years, and then I completed my term in 2023, succeeded by Professor Jack Chang to serve as the new committee on BIM's chair. Now, and then you look at the timeline. In 2018, there's a very important milestone that government mandates BIM for government projects of 30 million Hong Kong dollars and above from 2018 onwards. And this is the most important milestone in our history. Then, by the year 2020, 2021, CIC also published the second version, CIC BIM Standards, version 2. And in 2023, another important milestone is government published a roadmap on adoption of BIM for building plan preparation and submission. And if we look at the BIM adoption, after government mandates BIM in 2018, by 2020, you can see that in the industry, in general, there's around a quarter still being BIM laggards, half BIM adopters, and another 25% BIM leaders. So this is a rough proportion. But you look at the detailed sectors, you can see that for government clients, statutory bodies, and real estate developers, asset owners, there are more BIM adopters and BIM leaders overall. So there's around 85% are in this category. AEC consultants, around 70% are leaders and adopters. But for contractors and subcontractors, there's still a long way to go. And there are only about a quarter of them being BIM leaders and adopters. So how do we do it? So we would like to make BIM more available to everyone. And in 2020 and 2021, we launched a new edition of CIC BIM Standards General version 2 to align with ISO 19650 and promote open BIM concept in a chapter that we have specifically made it. I would like to say that for this particular standards, David's company was awarded the work, and he is preparing this one whilst I'm chair of the CIC Committee on BIM. And in 2022, after doing some work, we have some achievements for BIM for everyone. We introduced the free online BIM viewer training. This will be useful for those who are maybe top managers or top directors and those frontline workforce who do not need to prepare the BIM model, but only view it and use it for their daily work. So with this, we'll make BIM more popular for everyone. And by now, there are more than 30,000 being trained and getting this certificate on the BIM viewer training, which is free of charge. Another action we help the beginners is the Beginner's Guide on Digitalization, published in 2022. So this is how we try to help the industry to be more BIM literate overall. And then I'd like to introduce you to the history of Open BIM in Hong Kong since 2018, when I was chair of the committee. In those days, we thought that Hong Kong should examine Open BIM as we prepare the Standards General version 2. So I must talk about CIC first. So I first attended buildingSMART Summit in Tokyo. Calvin helped me to bring me there, introduce me to the CEO and chairman of buildingSMART, in October 2018. And coming back, next, I invited some 13-member delegation to attend buildingSMART Summit in Düsseldorf and met Chairman and CEO of buildingSMART in March 2019. Now, this group is very enthusiastic and think that, yes, we should form the Hong Kong chapter. Let's do it. So coming back to Hong Kong, talk to CIC. CIC should be the Hong Kong chapter. But after checking the details, as a public body, CIC said it cannot join as a chapter. So I got stuck. So what do we do? I need to resort to plan B, which is to invite 3 associations to form an alliance. And then we went to Helsinki and chapters conference and look at how it works with the different chapters. Coming back, we formed the alliance, and then we apply to be Hong Kong chapter, and successfully done it in October 2019 in Beijing at the summit. I was lucky that we done it in this time of the year, because in 2020 there will be COVID, and it's difficult for us to do it. So the alliance is founded by 3 professional associations, namely HKGIS Association, HKICBIM, and HKIBIM. And their members are specialists in information management for built asset and environment industries in Hong Kong. So a board of directors comprises members from different organizations, from 3 founding members. And our vision is to foster societal collaboration for smarter information management across built asset and environment, and enable full benefits from digital ways of working in the built assets industry. And this is where we are, along with all the other chapters. So as a late starter, we must learn, right? How to learn BIM, OpenBIM. And I was very impressed by a speaker when I attended the buildingSMART Summit in Tokyo. And he said, we do not use the term OpenBIM in the Netherlands. From the very beginning, the BIM we learn is OpenBIM. I really envy him. But in Hong Kong, we don't have this luxury. So what do? We started with 4 types of training activities. First, since April 2020, when we have COVID, we only do virtual classroom online. And then these are about 1 to 1.5 hours virtual online seminars. A second type, which is very important, is buildingSMART's Professional Certification Foundation Program that we introduced since January 2021. And the third type is BIM and GIS training program, as we also pay a lot of emphasis on BIM and GIS integration. The fourth type, special events in hybrid mode. And with the professional certification, I'm glad to say that by now, we have around 550 qualified individuals on the qualified list under Hong Kong chapter. I can say that we have achieved a lot, but is this enough? I would say it's not fast enough to really make significant change in Hong Kong. Right now, we have 2 training providers. One is SBI, Calvin's organization. The other is BRE Academy, Shenzhen. So we have 2 training providers. And we have the 10-week for BIM and GIS integration in 40 hours. The trainers, David Fong and Paulina Wong, they can only do it once a year because they are busy professors who can only do it once a year in the summer vacation. And now, Calvin's organization also offers other training courses for applications and management on OpenBIM. People may ask, should I learn OpenBIM now, or why should I learn it? So I always refer them to look at technical circular issued by government back in the year December 2020. So it is more than 3 years old. Paragraph 24 clearly states that an OpenBIM strategy should be adopted as far as practicable. So after training, we also need to have members because we need membership dues for us to pay our international chapter fees as well. So we have membership and collaboration. Right now, as at March 2023, we have 59 members. These are all organizations. We do not admit individual members. Individuals can always join our free founding members as members. So we only accept at these corporation members, education members, and society members. We don't want to compete with our founding members for individual members. And by now, we have 61 members representing more than 50,000 people in Hong Kong. We also signed memorandum of understanding with like-minded organizations with a view to drive OpenBIM. We signed with GS1 Hong Kong and Smart City Consortium, CIOB Hong Kong, and GBI UA Hong Kong, which is the Greater Bay Area. And we also signed MOU with a group we call it ABC Group, the Asia BIM Collaboration, involving 6 economies: India, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam 2 years ago. And it's my hope and wish that we can promote OpenBIM in this part of the world. And third part, buildingSMART activities, awards, and way forward. And we participate in virtually all the buildingSMART summits throughout these years since 2019. And the largest delegation is the one we brought to Rome with 26 delegates, and also presented industry pioneers shaping future of OpenBIM. And we also have participation in the domains steering committee. One is the building domain steering committee with Francis Leung, and the other regulatory domain steering committee with David Fong. And George Wong and I were also members of the regulatory domain. So gradually we are getting more active in the domains and different aspects of our work. And after being a member in 2019, we are very glad to see the fruits of success when we have a winner in the research category in 2021 by the University of Hong Kong Faculty of Architecture, with OpenBIM opening the gate for BIM and blockchain integration. And in 2022, we are very glad 3 in the finalists, 2 awardees. One is the construction of buildings by the Henderson OpenBIM-driven landmark project. Another one, professional research by HKUST, secure OpenCDE with blockchain for the HKUST campus-wide digital twin with OpenBIM, OpenGIS applications. And special mention at the handover with BSI Information Delivery Specification, the IDS, for integrated OpenBIM and OpenGIS platform by SBI. So we are glad that, well, we are increasing in strength. And in 2023, we are very glad we have 5 out of 22 finalists from Hong Kong. 2 get special mention. One is the Water Supplies Department, a government department, getting the just mentioned for the asset management category. Another one for the infrastructure by CCCC with the OpenBIM application in the Hong Kong integrated waste management facilities. So we hope that more can participate and more can work better year by year. And in 2023, our latest edition is the BSI Use Case Management UCM platform that we have launched the projects or uploaded to the platform with the Henderson. And we also look at the local activities and awards. We've done a lot along these lines as well. We have met Business Department on OpenBIM back in 2021. And we launched the Hong Kong OpenBIM OpenGIS Awards 2022 with project and research categories. For those who done well, we motivate them to join the international awards. And then we done it for the awards 2023. This time we have 3 categories to align it with buildingSMART's project, research, and technology categories. And this year, 2024, we're going to launch it again. And so this one will be doing it, and the award ceremony will be provided at the gala premiere, at the gala dinner at our Asian Summit. So when we are 2 years old, we want open data for a smarter city. So we organized a special hybrid event, second anniversary. And we've invited the then Permanent Secretary for Development, Ms. Bernadette Lin, to be our keynote speaker. And she said, the importance of digital data infrastructure in enhancing the quality of developments and construction standards cannot be more obvious. Keenly aware of this fact, the government is taking forward various initiatives to facilitate development of the built asset industry and the innovative use of geospatial data. So this one, we appreciate that we really need GIS and BIM to work together. And by now, say in 2022, she was promoted to be the Secretary for Development. And I'm glad that she will join us at the upcoming Asian Summit in day 2 as our keynote speaker for the regulatory domain and the government symposiums part. And then when we are 4 years old, for our 4th anniversary event, our theme is Accelerating Open BIM Adoption for Built Asset Industry, held in December 2023. This time, we also invited the Undersecretary for Development, working with Bernadette and representing her to deliver the speech. And coming back to this question, I bring the question, when can we remove the last 4 words as far as practicable from this circular and simply say an open BIM strategy should be adopted, full stop? And the response is that we hope will be coming very soon as practicable. So let's hope that in the near future, we can have a more robust application of open BIM in Hong Kong. And we're glad that recently, development bureaus have promulgated this roadmap on adoption of BIM and BIM plans preparation submission, and we participate in the engagement with the stakeholders and offer our views to help to promote it as far as practicable, or not only that, but make it more mandatory for use. So moving forward, let's organize our buildingSMART Regional Summit in Hong Kong in June 17th and 18th. So please save the date. This is right before buildingSMART National Council meeting and the chapter conference. So the registration fee for summit will be waived for chapters who wish to attend, but you must confirm your attendance. So respond to the emails and messages from Dan and Aidan. And for the 2-day Asian Regional Summit, the key features on Open BIM by buildingSMART will be presented, plus the sub-themes BIM and GIS, Regulatory Domain Governance Symposium, and Construction Domain. And we would like to invite you to a field visit to the Henderson, which is the award winner of 2022. I hope we'll make your visit to Hong Kong as happy and memorable as possible. So thank you in advance for coming to Hong Kong. Thank you very much. If you have any questions in collaboration with Hong Kong, you can contact me or David Fong, who is the chair of our BSI committee to liaise with buildingSMART. Thank you.